Thank you very much. The Orangetown Virtual Planning Board meeting of April 28th is now in session. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First item is, if anybody didn't see it, put up on the board, Route 303 Building Addition Site Plan, which is PB-25, will not be heard tonight. So if you're here for that, it will not be heard. Okay. Let me go through a roll call. Thomas Warren, aye. I'm here. Mr. Young.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mandel.
President, good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Sweeney will be absent tonight. Okay. Mr. Dell.
Here, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Andrews.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. McCory.
Present.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bond. Rose, turn your mic on.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm here. All right.
Okay, very good. And Bruce, you will be voting tonight as the
All right,
alternate.
sounds good.
Thank you. Okay, the first item is Maloney Minor Subdivision, PB 21-26. Mr. Maloney, I see you. How you doing, sir?
Very good, thanks. This is my first time doing a virtual meeting, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Don't worry about it. We're pretty good at it. What's good about it is you can't throw anything at anybody, so it's good. So it's very harmless, I should say.
Awesome, thanks.
You want to explain what we're doing?
Yes, well, I was here to get a partial refund on the bond that I put up for doing the drainage work. We completed the drainage work, but there's a couple of minor things that still need to be done. The as-built, and I have to put iron pins in, but they can't be done until the house is constructed. So the town is holding back a little bit of money, but I'm here to get approval to get the bond released.
Okay, thank you, sir. I have two correspondents, one from the Department of Environmental Management and Engineering of January 14, 2020, at which time the bond was set at $131,766. I have another letter from the Department of Environmental Management and Engineering dated April 2nd, and it says it's asking for a partial performance bond release in a total of $128,176, which means I believe the town is holding $3,600 for as-built drawings.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Young, do you have any questions or comments on this?
No comments, Chairman.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Mandel.
No comments, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Dell.
No comments. It looks very straightforward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Andrews.
No comments. Let's go with it.
Thank you, sir. Mr. McCory.
No concerns or comments. I'm good.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Bond.
I'm good.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, can I have a motion that the town gives a partial performance bond release in the amount of $128,166,000, holding back $3,600 for as-built drawings?
I like the motion.
Okay, Mr. Bond makes the motion. Do I have a second?
Second the motion.
Mr. Mandel makes a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposition to it?
Aye.
Hey, sir, you have your bond.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for all your hard work.
Stay safe.
Okay, you too.
Okay, next item is SM Green Subdivision, PB 21-27.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
as the previous times with this item, I will abstain from this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I have to talk to our town attorney because I think I screwed up. I did not ask for public input on the last application. Is that an issue?
I would say certainly not if we ask now and no one wants to input. It would not surprise me that no one wanted to say anything. But why don't we just see if anyone had anything to say, just so we know.
Okay, going back to the other Maloney minor subdivision, is there anyone that wishes to make any questions or comments on that? Okay, can I have a motion to close? I know we're kind of out of order.
Motion to close public portion, Mr. Mandel.
Okay, Mr. Mandel makes the motion to close the public. Do I have a second? Mr. Young seconds. All in favor? Aye, opposed, none. Okay. And we already did the fine. Thank you. I'm just sorry I got out of order over there a little bit. Okay. Anybody here from SMK Green Subdivision? Okay, let me go through the comments. We have just actually one comment, one letter. It's from Orangetown, Office of Recreation and Parks. It's dated April 22nd, 2021. It says, in review of PB-21-18, the Town of Orangetown Parks and Recreation Department recommends, pursuant to Orangetown Zoning Code Section 21-20.E, that the planning board waiver the requirements for the reservation of parklands and conditional approval on the payment of $36,000 in lieu of parkland. Is there anybody from the applicant here? Okay, Mr. Young, questions or comments?
No comments. I have never seen this before, but that's fine.
I didn't hear you, Mr. Young. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said this is new. I've never seen this approach before. Cash instead of.
Yeah,
Parkland.
Mr. Chairman, it was not addressed at the final planning board hearing, and it needs to be on the record.
Right, because I think
Say it again, Bill. I didn't hear that.
Any issues?
No issues. We spoke to the applicant and the representative, and they're well aware of it.
As long as the director's happy, I'm happy.
okay, thank you. Mr. Mandel.
No comments.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Dell.
He abstained, Dell.
Okay, that's right. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Mr. Andrews.
No comments.
Thank you, sir. Mr. McCory.
I'm sure the neighbor would rather have the open space, but that's beyond us now. So I'll move forward with this.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bond.
No, it's standard on just about all small subdivisions that we do. They take the money in lieu of land, so I have no issue.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to open it up to the public. If anybody from the public wishes to speak on this? Okay, one more time. Anybody from the public wish to speak on this project? Okay, hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to close public.
Motion to close the public.
Motion to close public portion.
Okay, Mr. Andrews makes a motion to close it. Mr. Mandel seconds. All in favor? Aye. And
Aye.
Mr. Dell abstains. Okay, so fine, that's done. Okay. Thank you. Oh no, we just did public. Okay. So do I have a motion to make the requirement that they give money in lieu of land in the amount of $36,000. Okay. Who made that motion, please?
Mr. Mandel.
Mr. Mandel, thank you very much. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Bond, seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And one abstention, Mr. Corey. Let me get rid of that phone, please. Hold on. That went away by itself. Okay, so I think we're all done with that, right? Did I mess up again? No. Okay. Next item is Onyx Management and Amazon Delivery Center Plans, PB 21-24. This is an amendment to the filed site plan.
Good evening, Chairman Warren. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Good evening, Chairman and members of the Planning Board. My name is Rebecca Volk with the law firm of Cuddy and Fader on behalf of Amazon Services, LLC. I'm joined this evening by Jeff DeZort, engineer with CESO, Inc. You may recall these are premises at 200 and 400 Oratani Drive and 877 Western Highway in the Hudson Crossing Corporate Park. This project was before the board last year, and a resolution of final site plan approval was granted on July 8th, 2020. The applicant is now proposing a minor amendment. We are here for a public hearing this evening, which has been advertised. Notice was also mailed and signs posted at the property in accordance with your code. An affidavit reflecting those steps and photographs of all signs posted were submitted to Ms. Cooper-Smith earlier today. The current application seeks to add 741 linear feet of sidewalk around the perimeter parking of the 200 Oratani Drive building. This modification is made for pedestrian safety throughout the site. No modification to the operations, the numbers of employees, or the number of visitors to the site will result from this change. This will add a little bit more than 4,000 square feet of impervious surface area. In exchange, an equally sized section of the parking lot is being removed and returned to pervious surface. With that background, I'm now going to turn it over to Jeff to review the proposed amendments on the plan with the board.
Good evening, board. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Great. I'm going to share my screen here so that everybody can see. Hopefully, you can now see the plan in front of you. Can you, are you able to see the plan?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, yeah, as Rebecca had mentioned, this application is before you simply to add some additional sidewalk around the 200 building that Amazon is currently occupying. I've taken the liberty of taking our overall site plan, which everybody will have recognized from our previous approvals, and I highlighted in blue the additional sidewalk that's being added. Again, the sidewalk, it's about 741 linear feet. That's going to connect to other sidewalk on the site and just provide a pedestrian corridor for some of the parking on the west side of the building. And so that anybody that the van parking or associate parking that are going to be entering and exiting the 400 building will have a safe pedestrian corridor, raised sidewalk so that they can make their way to the 400 building. And as Rebecca mentioned, it's an addition of 4,000, it's 4,022 square feet of impervious area. On the far portion of the site, we're adding a 4,200 or 4,022 square feet of grassed green space to offset that impervious number so that it doesn't change any of our prior approvals when it comes to impervious coverage, as well as stormwater. We back-checked and submitted calculations to the town regarding stormwater, and this additional impervious area does not affect the proposed or what's now installed stormwater detention system that was previously approved. The amount of impervious area is fairly negligible. And so therefore we provided it in calculation form that it doesn't alter what was already proposed and has been installed. total amount of disturbance that's associated with just this application is 0.18 acres, which is the combined total of the sidewalk and the green space. And again, this was mainly Amazon's operational team wanted to add this pedestrian pathway, just again for safety of their associates and those that are on site. So that's the main reason for the addition of the sidewalk here. Currently, the site is still has an open NOI or MPDES permit through the town, as final seeding has not occurred yet. Final stabilization because of winter. So the intent would be after approval tonight, assuming approval, and sign off by the Department of Environmental Management on what remains of some comments that need to be addressed in the SWIP narrative. The contractor would install the sidewalk, and then erosion control measures for the entire site would be removed, and the NOI permit would be closed. And I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone on the board might have.
Okay. Excuse me. Do you have a copy of the consultant's reports?
As of this morning, the only consultant, we received a letter from the Township Planning Department. We received a letter from the Department of Environmental Management.
Okay, those are the two letters of consultant's reports I'm referring to.
Correct.
Excuse me. Okay, let me go through them. Okay, Office of Building, Zoning, and Planning, Jane Slavin, April 21st. She has one comment, which is the applicant must address question number 4 in DEME's letter and revise and resubmit the SEAF if required. Department of Environmental Management and Engineering, dated April 19th, Bruce Peters. He has 10 items, and I wish to read in number 4, which is Ms. Slavin is alluding to. The short EAF states that the total AOD, area of disturbance, for the specific amendment is 0.36 acres. However, the revised SWIP has an area AOD for the amendment only of 0.18 acres. As stated above, all data documents shall be coordinated to provide all the same information. Okay. Going through the other ones, just most of it just pertaining to title pages. And I have one other from the Bureau of Fire Prevention, dated April 5th. Bureau of Fire Prevention has no comments at this time. Okay, that's all I have. Cheryl, is there anything else?
That's all there is, Tom.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to open it up to the board. Mr. Young.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I really have no issues as long as the applicant converts that north parking lot back into pervious grass green space. I see no reason to deny this.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mandel.
I have no objections to it, just to make sure that all the numbers coincide, as Bruce Peters and DEME stated. There's a little conflict in the numbers submitted, so just correct those. But other than that, I have no objection to the amendment.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so I didn't quite hear that you wanted asked me to comment. Just for the record, I believe this sidewalk is 5 feet in width. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Good, so then it's more than ADA compliant. I thank you, that's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Andrews.
I have no comments. I like the idea of having a sidewalk around the parking lot. It's good for the employees, keep them safe, and so on. So I'm good with it.
Thank you, sir. Mr. McCory.
Thank you, Chairman. As long as they meet all the conditions from Bruce Peters, it's no other issues. So that's good.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bond.
No, I think it's a nice enhancement for the employees, so no issues.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to open it up to the public. Anybody from the public wish to have any questions or comments on this application? Okay, one more time. Is anybody from the public wish to make any questions or comments on this application? Okay, hearing none, I ask for a motion to close public.
I'll make the motion.
Motion to close.
Mr. Bond makes
portion.
the motion to close public. Mr. Mandel seconds. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
No opposition. Okay. So then can I have, I guess all we're doing is, can I have a motion to amend the filed site plan? I think that's.
Motion to amend site plan.
Okay, that was Mr. Mandel?
Correct.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a second?
Mr. Andrews seconds.
Okay. Oh, I have to put the conditions in. I'm sorry. Jane Slavin, April 21st, has one comment. Department of Environmental Management and Engineering, Bruce Peters, April 9th, has 10 comments. And we have the Bureau of Fire Prevention, Town of Orangetown, April 5th. They have one comment, and that's it. So who made the second? Mr. Mandel, the motion, and Mr. Andrews make the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
No opposition. Oh, you got your amended.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great
Okay,
evening.
thank you. You guys be safe. Okay, thank you. I think that's it. I think because we had everything in the last meeting was continuous, so there was no minutes. Cheryl or Jane, do either of you have anything?
I don't. Cheryl?
I don't either. We're good.
Oh, man. Wait. What time is it?
Yeah, this is a record.
First meeting of the year.
Mr. Chairman, you have referral. You have
It's not
referral from, okay, you can add a little time. You have a referral here from Piermont.
Was that a referral or just information?
FYI.
Yeah, that's just for information. So it's not they're not looking from us.
Oh, okay.
They're just giving it to us for our information.
Yeah, yes, if you had a concern, you obviously could comment and have a letter sent, but if you're.
Well, if anybody has any comments on it, has everybody read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Vaughn makes the motion to adjourn. Come on, hurry up. We got 7 minutes. Hours on. Do I have a second?
Andrews.
Mr. Dell seconds. All in
Second.
favor? Aye.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Aye.
Listen.
Hey, Matt, how did I do?
All right.
All right. I just want to say, everybody stay healthy, you and your families, all right? And I'll see you next month, all right? Stay safe.
All right.
So
Night.
everybody,
Wait a minute.
next month we'll mark a year doing this.
Wow.
Good job.
Are we going to have a
Let's go
cake?
back to
We're going to have a cake or what?
Yes. I'll have a fake cake. I'll hold it up for you.
Let's go back to in person. We can have a cake.
Absolutely. We're working towards that. So yes, everyone stay healthy. See
All
you
right.
next
Good
time.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Heaven's record.
Everybody be good and safe.